Yo, what's going on, guys? Waffles here, back with another Roblox video, and so this one's gonna be a pretty big video, I suppose. So let's just get right into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you may remember when I purchased 2 Valkyrie helms. I made a separate video about this, so if you guys want to go watch that, you should. But basically, I wanted to buy a Dominus Praefectus. I had enough to purchase it, but the night before I was going to purchase it, I was still waiting on getting a couple thousand Robux in, so that way I could actually purchase it. But the price of the Dominus went up to, I think it was 150k or 160k, something like that. But basically, it was a couple $100s more than I had to purchase the Dominus. So instead, I did a big brain move and purchased 2 Valkyrie helms. At the time, Valkyrie helms sold for 40k rep, and the value was 90k. So I traded 2 Valkyrie helms, as you can see, which were worth 180k value, for Dominus Praefectus, which at the time was like 179k value or 170k value, something like that. And I was able to get Dominus Praefectus. Now, this was like a month ago, a month or two, and I've traded off the Dominus, and I'll show you. Here you go. We traded off the Dominus. We took about a 10k value L, but I'll explain why I did it. Some of you guys might be like pulling your hair out of your heads, being like, you traded a Dominus for a front stand. Bruh, you took a 10k value L. Dominuses are better. They have more demand. They have more hype. I agree with you. But I'm not an active trader. You have to understand that. I just have these items because they're cool and I like them. That's pretty much the extent of it. I've done a little bit of trading, as you can see, but nothing very big. I think this is the biggest trade I did until now. This is by far the biggest trade I've done so far. But yeah, we've traded it off. Now, the reason I did this is 2 reasons. One of them I'll show you on Rolemons in a moment. The other reason is because Dominus Praefectus took a 90k value L. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, a week and a half ago. It was something like that. It was like the beginning of August, so actually it's almost a month ago. But it dropped from 290k value to 200k value. And the thing you got to know about this Dominus specifically, and Dominus Formidolosis, so if you own Prey or Formidolosis, pay attention. They will get sold really fast during October. This is the way the items work, basically. In October, a bunch of cool Halloween stuff releases, including the Headless Horseman, which is the only legitimate way to get a headless head on your Roblox character, and it's 30k Robux. So a lot of people are selling their expensive-ish items for about that price, so that way they could afford it. Praefectus is one of those items that people have for like a year, and then they sell because something better comes out. Well, there's a chance that a new Dominus will be releasing either Black Friday or Halloween for 2020, and it looks a lot better than it looks a lot better than Praefectus. So I'm kind of taking a gamble here, but it's kind of a safe gamble in a way. I've gambled that I may never get this back, but at the same time, I have an item, the 100th out of 100th that was ever released, which is a cool cereal to have, and it's only 10k value less than Praefectus. However, this hat gets OPS. OPS being overpays. I abbreviate OPS. Or I abbreviate overpays with OPS. I don't know why. It's just something you do because it's faster. Even though I just explained it, which took longer. Either way, I still have this, and the chance of this dropping, it happens, but it's not being sold as frequently, let's put it that way. In the past couple months, I think 3 months, it's only sold, I think, 8 times or something like that. Praefectus someone has 40 copies of it. That means 40 copies of this are hoarded. And I know who it is. I don't think he's going to sell them or trade them. He collects them. But either way, it's still like 40 copies of it are hoarded. There's only 59 copies of this hat that have not been deleted. So it's kind of like a safe gamble in a way. We'll put it that way. Either way, I did go ahead and get this hat. I do have it, as you can see right there. Item owned. I'll show you guys what I changed my avatar to, This is temporary. I've kind of grown to like it, but I want to change some aspects of it. There was a better avatar that I had that I liked a little bit better. On top of that, let me go ahead and show you the Dominus that may or may not come out this year. This Dominus has been in the works for multiple years. It was supposed to come out in 2014, but it couldn't come out because of its name. And there's plenty of videos. You guys probably already know I'm talking about Dominus Noctis, but I'm going to show you why it possibly could come out this year. So let me just cut away and I'll show you. Alright, so we're back here. This is the Rollomons leak page. And as you can see, Dominus Noctis was discovered in 2017 or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really care. Oh, yeah. Either way, this is what matters right here. It was created in 2014. This is actually kind of inaccurate. It was supposed to be some of you guys might know Dominus Astra. I think that's the correct one. Yeah. That was supposed to be Dominus Noctis, but they had to change the name because at the time, in 2014, there was inappropriate images that had the same name on Google. At this current point in time, those images are no longer on Google. That was the only reason this Dominus was never released. Now, looking back to it now, it was updated a month ago, and there's a chance that it could finally be releasing. Lonnie's made a video about it. I'd recommend checking that out. This is kind of just a backup plan, shall we say. I plan to purchase this if it is around, well, let's see. Dominus Formidolosus sold for $140. I plan on saving up at least $300, so there's a good chance I'll be able to purchase this hat. And when I do, it hopefully will become a limited. There's never been a Dominus that shares the actual Dominus mesh that hasn't been a limited other than Deadly Dark Dominus, Dominus Pictasium, Dominus. I don't remember the other two's names, but they were the ones from the Ready Player One event, back when events were a thing. Either way, I'm kind of rambling. My point is, if this does release and is sold, I will purchase it, and if it goes limited, I actually profit on top of having a Dominus again. This one's cooler, it's more sleek, but I'll also have this, which is selling for about 220k Robux. I actually deleted my sell on accident, but I'm going to probably sell it for like 20 million or something. Obviously, that's never going to be sold, but it's cool because I'm not going to trade this as far as I know. Obviously, I changed my mind quite a bit, but at this point in time, I'm not planning on selling this. Now, I'm going to wrap up the video really quickly here by telling you why I chose this one instead of any of the other hats similar to it, any of the other skater hats. I chose this one because it was around the same value. It was about a 10k L, but that's okay. But it's also one of the most unique lore Roblox items. There's a lot of Roblox lore surrounding catalog items, but this one also is very unique. There's a whole series of hats that are a quote-unquote brand. It's a fictional brand that Roblox made, which is it's the right side up skater skateboard, basically. Whereas this one is the wheels are to the left and the board is on top. This one is the board is on top and the wheels are to the right. It's two quote-unquote companies, and then there's this, which is the third company. It's a stupid lore, but basically it's a funny hat. After the Sidewinder scandal of 2015, Skate, the company, whichever one, I don't know how to pronounce it, had to reinvent themselves, and when they were caught paying skate professionals like Skates McSkatington to wear their brands. This company, the one that made the front stand, the quote-unquote company, this is all fictional, is all about authenticity, originality, and being the opposite of this company. So, and then there's the standard quote on all of these hats, which is never look backwards, you're not going that way. It's a cool quote. Either way, it's a little bit of funny lore. I find it kind of cool, and I like hats like this. In fact, I have the 100th serial, which is cool. I had the option of either getting the number 9 serial or the number 100 serial. I chose the 100 serial because the person I was trading with had 2. and I think this one was cooler. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm sorry for rambling quite a bit, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. And for those of you who will miss Praefectus, if I ever need to get it back, don't worry, I can always trade to get it back. So it's never out of the question. That's the cool thing about having this. It's kind of hard to explain. Either way, peace.